When I was a boy, I was always enamored with the Human Alliance figures. Something about the vehicle modes having fully working interiors where the little humans could sit in was the coolest thing ever. Not to mention that the robot modes were equally as beautiful as the vehicle modes.
Why don't you get a haircut with your bitch ass?
Yes, they had some compromises to accommodate for the human gimmick, but nonetheless I adored them. However, one figure in particular stood out the most to me, and that was Human Alliance Jazz. Jazz had always one of the coolest designs in the original 3 Michael Bay movies, but back in the day he never had the truly amazing figure. The Legends figure was fun for its size, but it wasn't anything special. The deluxe figure was actually pretty cool and in some ways more accurate to the Human Alliance figure, but he was a bit too bulky and stocky in the chest and legs. But the Human Alliance figure is where Hasbro and Takara absolutely cooked. And I was never able to get it. I would always watch Pio's review on it, wishing that I had a copy of my own, but alas I could only wish and wish. Until last year, when I was finally able to get one, and I've got to say, this figure lived up to the 16-year hype. First off, the paint on it is absolutely amazing. Just look at all the delicious silver paint on it, not to mention the plastic quality and the size. I mean, can you believe that this is what we used to get for 30 euros? That head sculpt is perfect in my opinion, and to be frank, I like it more than the Masterpiece one. And that's mainly to do with the coloring. The visor on the Masterpiece is completely cast in a white clear plastic, which is a shame, since Jazz's visor does appear to be blue in the movies, at least in this scene. The angry pig chest is also lovely to look at, with the front grille turning upside down and the sidelights angling up to make the chest. Now, as said before, this figure is definitely not without its flaws. The legs are kind of skinny in the knees, and the lower arms are kind of flat and inaccurate to the movie. Not to mention that it has a bit of a backpack. But honestly, it doesn't bother me that much. Though I do wish that they were able to at least make the real spoiler flip up and around, and forgo the faux spoiler altogether. But again, I think it's fine. Now back then, we actually got some cool gimmicks with our Transformers figures. First off, you can retract the visor with a lever on the back of his head to reveal his beautiful eyes. He also came with his motorcycle, which can transform into his gun from the movie, and it can even fire a missile, which still works after all this time. He also has a set of flip-out guns, 2 in the knees and 1 over his shoulder, and he has the little Captain Lennox figure, which looks nothing like Josh Duhamel, can sit on Jazz's shoulder and on one of his knees. The transformation on this figure is very fun and involved. My favorite part is most definitely spinning the entire chest around to make the front of the vehicle. Also, the legs compress very well into the vehicle mode. And this transformation worked so well for this figure that the Studio Series 1 borrowed quite a bit from it. And when all said and done, you're left with a stunning representation of the Pontiac Solstice. I think that this is the mode in which the silver paint truly shines, as the entire Pontiac is covered in it. The paint is where it needs to be, and the translucent blue plastic looks so nice in this mode. As said, the doors can open, and within it you can see a steering wheel and, quite frankly, not much else. But hey, it is cool nonetheless, and Lennox can sit within the vehicle, or he can ride his motorcycle to recreate the scene where he goes ballistic on Blackout. Now, to round off this video, I just want to say that this figure was a lucky find, because I was able to find it on the aftermarket, completely new in box, for 60 euros, which I think was completely worth it. Yes, I did pay basically double for it now than I would have back in the day, but just look at these ridiculous eBay prices. I mean, 200 euros for a used copy of this figure, that is absolutely insane. The fact that I was able to get this at the modern leader class price point is still unbelievable. Especially when you compare this figure to actual modern leader class figures. I mean, don't get me wrong, I really like this Megatron, and I do think it's a very good figure with much better articulation than Human Alliance Jazz, and the plastic quality I suppose is quite good as well. But I just miss all the little cool gimmicks that the old figures come with, even if it did compromise the toy. But anyway, I've been rambling on for long enough. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.